The first question I have for you is, do you know why you're below standard?
I think it's because I have too many canceled orders. I think that's the main thing.
So I just want to highlight one or two things. So it's below standard and you have 4% defect rate.
The transactions and sales, you're doing totally fine there, right? I think it's 100 transactions and 1K to get top rated. The goal here is to go from below standard to top rated. You always want to aim for top rated. When was the last time you marked something that's out of stock?
Probably a few days ago.
2 days ago. That was after you were below standard.
Probably.
Okay, well, this is a solvable problem.
If you have 10,000 listings and you bulk listing, you want to use the tracker, especially now going into Christmas. A lot of the items you would have listed months ago, if you haven't run the tracker like for a week or a month or 2 months, depending on what you're doing, a lot of the items would just sell and then you end up in this type of problem. Maybe that could be one of the issues.
Also, when something is out of stock, like everyone will buy from you, like so you'll get a ton of sales only from that item. It happens to me
Right.
like
All right, what's up, guys? So this is a funny video. So if you're seeing this video, chances are you'll see the last one that we made about going below standard and above standard, where Apple Pie talked about it. But Secret James or August, he should have been on the call earlier, but he had other stuff to do, which e-commerce business, like get a tablet or something. But yeah, that's another story. So like and subscribe and we could go around and everyone introduce themselves. Oliver, you're top left. Who are you?
I'm Oliver doing dropshipping since a few months now and Canadian and living in Vietnam since almost 2 years now, yeah.
Apple Pie, who are you?
I'm Apple Pie. I sell on eBay.
And Apple Pie is going to solve August's problem. And August,
I'm gonna try.
wait,
Dr.
Apple
Pie.
Pie, where are you from?
I'm from USA
Okay, and you sell in the US.
and I sell in the US. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Oliver, you're Canadian, you're in Vietnam, and you sell in the US.
Yes, exactly. I do sell also in the US market.
Right. August, where you from? Where you selling?
Hi, I'm August. I'm from Texas and I sell in the USA.
All right. So share your screen. First, August, go to the tab that shows below standard
Mm-hmm.
and share your screen.
Yes, so share your screen. The first question I have for you is, do you know why you're below standard?
I think it's because I have too many canceled orders. I think that's the main thing.
Okay, so click performance. So click on the little arrow.
Right. So I just want to highlight one or two things. So it's below standard and you have 4% defect rate. Scroll down over. Let us see what data is on that page. And whoever's doing that like red circly thing, that's really cool. I don't know how to do that.
That was me.
Good job. I'm old. You're like really good at technology. I saw you use a laptop. That is the freakiest thing I've ever seen.
Okay, the first thing that we want to do is look at all these statistics and figure out where we are, right? So the transactions and sales, you're doing totally fine there, right? I think it's 100 transactions and 1K to get top rated. The goal here is to go from below standard to top rated. You always want to aim for top rated. To do that, you're good here, right? So that's not a problem.
Apple, the 300 transactions qualify him to calculate in
I'm pretty sure it's 101K, but we can check.
Okay, I'll check. Y'all go ahead. I'll
Okay.
check.
Next one. Tracking upload on time and validated. So what do you do for tracking right now?
Are you talking about?
70% of the time?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I use
I don't notice
TrackerBot
that.
and I have 100% uploaded. So something is
So
wrong with what either you set it up late or
No.
something is wrong.
So I think the reason is because when I first started, I didn't use TrackAboutt for like over a month. I think that's why. And so it's including those first
Right,
7
in the
days of
300
building.
transactions.
but now you're using what, 100% of the time?
I think so. I'm not 100%.
Okay, so it's one item not received case without seller resolution. So do you know what happened here?
So this was something from like 2 years ago.
It was
Yeah, this was something
2025. That was
from
not
two
2 years
years
ago.
ago. Yeah, I don't know why it says 2025 because I tried to sell this item 2 years ago and then I just canceled it or something. I don't remember. Like before, way before you caught sniper or anything. So I don't know why it says that because I know I tried to sell this item on eBay 2 years ago.
Can you click on this for me? Scroll down.
What date was it sold?
It looks, no, it was definitely sold this year. It looks like what happened is, did you cancel this order?
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
No, but it looks like it's sold this year.
I don't know why it looked like it sold this year because this account is 2 years old and I swear this order is from 2 years ago. So I
eBay
think this
deletes
is
orders after
something.
90 days. Whatever. It scroll up. So
Also,
it
apple pie, I checked. So if he has less than 400 sales, it's a year. So he has 300 right now.
okay.
So he has to make 100 sales
Okay, gotcha.
to get that. So that's fine. But go ahead, sorry.
But yeah, so this item definitely did sell on June 14th. What looks like happened here is maybe you refunded but didn't cancel.
Well, you know what maybe happened? Maybe I never took the item down from 2 years ago. Someone bought it, and I was not using eBay at that time in June at all. So I never logged into eBay, and I didn't know that someone bought it. It's probably what happened.
Okay.
Because in June 14th of this year, I had not used eBay at all. I did not start using eBay until August.
Okay, so now we know. Let's go back. Great. And the next thing we're going to do is open up the transaction defect rate report. Right. So we have 11 out of stock and one case without seller resolution, right? And we just discussed this. This was just that previous thing. So the next item in question is these 11 out of stock transactions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it seems like when was the last time you marked something as out of stock?
Probably a few days ago.
2 days ago. That was after you were below standard.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Okay, well, this is a solvable problem. So let's open the report and take a look.
So one thing I would say, I notice you have 10,000 listings. If you have 10,000 listings and your bulk listing, you want to use the tracker, especially now that it's like going into Christmas. A lot of the items you would have listed months ago, if you haven't run the tracker like for a week or a month or 2 months, depending on what you're doing, a lot of the items would just sell and then you end up in this type of problem, maybe, right? That could be one of the issues.
Also, when something is out of stock, like everyone will buy from you, like so you'll get a ton of sales only from that item. It happens to me
Right,
last week.
right.
Last week, I sold an item like 6 times in the same day, and it because it was out of stock.
And you were happy at first.
Yeah, I was happy at first, but like what I did is I wait and it get back to stock.
So
Right.
let's just stop for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead, Apple Pie. Sorry.
Okay, so there's a few things I'm seeing here. One, it looks like some of these you clicked refund instead of cancel, actually. Right? It says you refunded this transaction. You refunded this transaction.
Yeah.
You refunded this transaction. Here, it says you canceled. Both are bad, right? The correct way to handle this is to cancel it, but not for being out of stock. Or where I'm going with this is like if we look at, I think like so like if we look at these products, this one right here, so this is almond milk. You could buy this at Target. You could buy this at Walgreens. You could buy this at a gazillion places. I've seen this in the store. Like this product is not a product out of stock. You could have dealt with this,
Even if you lost money.
even if you lost money. But honestly, you probably wouldn't have lost money. Like it's pretty cheap. Next thing, these, and these all look extremely generic, especially these two. You probably could have substituted these. Like it's an air compressor. It doesn't care what you're not like this one here might be Vero, but like the rest, you could have substituted it with another product on Amazon, no problem, and you'd be totally fine, right?
So for the air compressor, I remember they paid me $100 for it, but all of the other they were out of stock of this one, and all of the other air compressors on Amazon were like 200 something, and I didn't. I couldn't
4500
afford it.
Right,
PSI.
but so but I think one thing you want to take away from it is that let's just say some of them you solved with substituting, some of them you solved with buying from another supplier, as Apple Pie rightfully said. Some of them you would also solve with canceling because their address is bad. But you cannot cancel 11 orders because the address is bad, right?
Also, also look harder. I spent two
Right.
seconds Googling $120 free shipping. Same product. All I'm saying is like you can always look harder to find like recently
Outside of
I
Amazon. So although you're
100%.
shipping from Amazon, so you're right. That's actually really interesting. If I could give you a high five, Apple Pie, I'll give you a high five. But I didn't think about that. So that's a lesson learned. I learned something from Apple Pie on the 26th of November, 2025. Cheers, Apple Pie. So although you're drop shipping from Amazon, so let's say you don't want to drop ship from these other places, but you're drop shipping from Amazon. When you get in a situation that you cannot fulfill from Amazon, you can fulfill from other places. Good fucking job. Wow. Shares.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Apple Pie.
The bottom one you could substitute, right? There's all these different, there's many products here. I'm just trying to help you understand in the future, what do I do, right? So the first thing is, can I substitute it, right? If you can so order of operations, one, can I fill as is, even if you lose money? That's the best case, right? Next, sorry, actually, I'm gonna change this order of operations. Can I sub and make money?
So let's do this. Apple Pie, could you put that in ChatGPT and then get it as a downloadable PDF? Anyone watching the video on YouTube could get it in the group. So if you have the problem, you can get exactly whether for you or your VA, Apple Pie is going to give you a system to deal with out of stocks and so on. That's
By
what
the
I
time the video is up, or by that time yes, not now, but yes. So
just type it in ChatGPT and you'll get the PDF. Even if he doesn't type it, I'll
yeah,
get
I'll do it after.
Apple
I'll do it
Pie's
after. Right
PDF.
now we're recording. So
Right.
the main things you want to know, the first thing is, can you substitute and make money, right?
Mhm.
So let's say, like, for whatever reason you can't fill a product. Maybe you're losing money. Can you substitute it and make money? That's the first thing. I don't care where you get it from. Can I substitute it and make money? Next, can I fill the product as is? Maybe I lose a little bit. That's also an okay solution. The last is
And from a different supplier, right? I think that is important to say, not just Amazon.
maybe there's options on Amazon too. Just get creative with it.
Right.
Right? Like I'm not telling you to ship a different product, but the worst case, you ship one with a little less PSI and the buyer complains and you do a return. Like,
Yeah.
like it's not a good case, but it's better than canceling the order, right? Especially if it's pretty close. So can you fill as is, cancel for either address issue, right? Or buyer request to cancel. I almost always do address.
Right. So do I.
You can say there's an issue with the address.
So address issue or buyer
Just do issue with the address.
address.
Yeah, because if you do the one with the buyer request to cancel, you should have a message from them saying that they canceled, and you also can't tell them to cancel. So that's a very stick with
So
the address.
Right.
so when you cancel for issue with address, it doesn't ding your account.
No, it doesn't give you a defect.
That's good. That definitely
It's
would
still like
save me
not
here.
great. You shouldn't do it all the time, but it's not bad.
But I would take part of the responsibility because, I did a video a few months ago with these three guys from Maryland who didn't realize that this type of cancellation would give them defects. So, any of you guys watching this on YouTube, if you're just starting to dropship, this is one of the biggest things that could slow down your growth. But
Yeah.
I don't want to go too long, but something that we learned from Apple Pie in the video we did earlier. So, guys, if you're watching this, look at the previous video. Because we did a video for your earlier, but you weren't there. So you go watch that video as well, August. But
Okay.
one thing we learned from that video is that if your account is set up properly, like Apple Pie account has items that sell regularly and he does pretty good, he does 7% promoted rate. When he was below standard, he got 40% less. So instead of selling 8,000, he sold 5,000, right? So you would expect to sell less for a while, but the good thing is with your account is that you add 300 sales. So once you get to 400, the time that they calculate the defects shortens. So you might be below standard for a month or two, 2 months.
Yeah. The good
How
news is
much
we'll be able
did
to
you
get back on
miss?
track pretty soon.
When
So
did
let's
I
just look at this
stop
super quick
talking?
and see what the story is. We didn't hear most of it. I think it's recorded on your end, so it's okay. So just looking at this, right? We have October, 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 October. So 4 Octobers, right? And then 5 Octobers, 6 Octobers, 7 Octobers, and then 3 Novembers. You have maybe 2 months before the Octobers. The Octobers drop, right? Eventually they'll go away, and
What's the limit on cancellations?
the limit is 0. You never cancel for being out of stock ever, right? I've sold 5,000 sales in the past 3 months. Never canceled one for being out of stock ever.
Wow.
Yeah, there's always a way to find a
I've been out of
solution.
stock. I'm out of
Like,
stock maybe once, or 3 times a week,
Yeah, you don't do that.
but never cancel for being out of stock.
So when you do cancel, you just put issue with address.
Most of the time, I figure out another way to fill the order, and I lose money. I lose $5 here, $5 there. It's not a big deal, right? Because I'd rather stay above standard. I'd rather eBay like me, and I continue to make 200 a day and lose $10 on this order. It's just not a big deal to me,
Yeah.
right? So looking at where we're at, scroll up for a sec. So this June one's gonna drop. So that's gonna bring us to 11 out of. Click the back button and click here. So yeah,
You need like 6 to go. You need like half.
we're not gonna get half.
But you need 2%
Where we're at right now, if we assume next month, you'll be at 3.6%.
with a couple more sales.
Sales gone up since you started or no?
Yeah.
When did you start? What month did you start?
September 2nd.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean June's gonna drop. This number's gonna stay at 300, right? Because you had no transactions before then. This number right here, that's gonna go down to 3.6%, right? It needs to be at 0.5, 2 until you like 2 till you don't have problems. So basically, is get you to magic number for you is gonna be 250 sales.
So 550 total sales.
Yep. So if we can get 250 sales this month or next month or whatever it is, which it might be tricky, but if you can do it, great, right? This number is going to go to 550. You'll be at 2% and you'll be good to go. So your options are figure out how quickly you can get this number 250, or it's not even 250. You want to get this number here, the total transactions in the past, what is it, 3 months? No, it's a year. It's a year, Mark. It's a year.
Yeah, so yeah, because he's at 300.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Okay. The only thing you care about is how quickly can you get those 250 transactions.
Yeah.
All right.
As soon as you get 250 transactions, assuming you never, ever, ever again get a single defect or a single stock, which is very doable. I do it with thousands of listings. You'll be totally fine.
Yeah.
So if we go to
The very
performance,
beginner thing, you just didn't know. If you knew, you wouldn't be in this position.
so yeah, I mean, just to get an idea of how long this is going to take, go to performance for us.
So, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, although this might seem a bit boring, this is the type of thing you have to know to like run an eBay store. So, like and subscribe. You get a free class from Apple Pie. Cheers.
Click 90 days, scroll down, click the 90 days button. Great. The number I want to see is right, stop, down. Perfect. This is what I care about right there. So we're at 269. You basically need to double what you've done so far.
Mm-hmm.
Now you started when? September?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been basically 2 months since you really got a hang of it, right? So in 2 months' time, you'll be there, no problem. And if sales go up, it's Q4, you should be fine. So I think by January 20th, you'll be good to go. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mark, what do you think?
Yeah. And you'll still make sales. You just wouldn't make as many sales as you would before. So, like, depending on the time that you have, then we could work on actual strategies to get more sales. Although you still get less traffic because you're below standard. There's still things that you could do to generate sales.
Yep, definitely. Okay. Well, I think that's wrapping up this video, right, Mark?
All right, sweet. Yeah, guys. So, Secret James, August, that was for you.
I actually got to 12,000 listings the other day, so I've been deleting some of them.
Yes.
Because now when I post, it costs 11 cents to post. So I'm like,
Right. No.
now I'm like a favorite.
Is Ecom Sniper installed on this thing? Go right now. Scroll down. So, guys, like, subscribe, comment. We're gonna do some work. I'll leave a link in the description for like free stuff, but we have to continue fixing Secret
You
James
can schedule a meeting with Mark and I anytime.
not on video. Yeah, schedule a meeting if you want one-on-one help. The meeting isn't
Or
unlimited,
two-on-one help.
but we could help you for a short time and then we could figure out what your best like plan of action should be. Have a good one, guys.